lesson is I can represent and solve 3-digit dividend division. That's a tongue twister. All that means is we're going to be solving division problems where the number that our dividend has 3 digits. Like in this problem I'm going to show you first. It's 768 divided by 2. So this is just like our last lesson with division, where they want you to solve it using a place value chart and then using the algorithm. All right, so first thing I have to do is put our dividend 760 in the place value chart. So how many discs are going to go in the hundreds place? That's right, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I have 6 in the tens place. And I have 8 in the ones place. All right, and I'm dividing by 2. So I need to put each of these discs into 2 groups, 2 equal groups. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there's my 2 equal groups. And I have 1 extra. There's my remainder, which I like to put in a square so it stands out. So I ask myself again, how many discs are in each group? Answer is 3. So now I have to take this remainder and bring it over here. But again, if I'm taking this 100 and moving it to the tens place next door, how many discs am I going to add to the tens place? That's right, 10 discs. So I do want to keep my arrow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so again now I have to divide all these discs up into 2 groups. So how am I going to do this? I have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 16 total discs now. So you could do what is half of 16. You could count by 2s to see how many 2s it takes to get to 16. That'll help you divide. But I know that half of 16 is 8. So I'm going to do 8. And then there's another 8, right? So there's my 2 groups, and we know that there's 8 in each group, so that's the number that goes there. I'll bring my 3 down so they're next to each other. And then I have to divide my 1s into 2 groups. There's a group, there's a group, they're both even. How many are in each group? 4, so that's my answer. 768 divided by 2 is 384. And now again, using the algorithm, actually, you know what, before I get to that, let's do one problem where you're using a place value chart. So make sure you have a piece of paper and a pencil, and I'm going to give you a problem just like we did. Since I showed you a place value chart, let's give you one with or I want you to solve it specifically using a place value chart and discs. So I'll leave this picture right there for you and use a place value chart. So draw this on your paper. You can abbreviate and do 1s, 10s, 100s. And I want you to solve, I'll give you one that's not too crazy. I'll give you one dividing by 2 also. So let's do 584 divided by 2. Solve that using a place value chart and discs. All right, so first thing I have to do is put my dividend in the chart. So I have 5 in the hundreds, 8 in the tens, and 2 ones. I'm sorry, 4 ones. I'm dividing by 2. I like to write that over there so I remember. So I'm dividing these discs into 2 equal groups in each place value. So there's a group, there's a group. Oh, I have a remainder. So how many are in each group? 2. Bring my remainder over there. So that means I have to add 10 over here. Now I can count them up, and I have, let's see, I have 18 discs over here now. So I can do what's half of 18, and that's 9. So there's a group of 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a group of 9, right? There's my 2 groups. I have 9 in each group. And then I need to divide the ones into 2 groups. There's a group, there's a group. I have 2 in each group. So hopefully you got 292 as your answer. All right. Now I'm going to review one more time how to use the algorithm, and I'm going to give you a problem to see if you can solve it using the algorithm. All right, so review again, back to the first problem I showed you. So when you're dividing using the algorithm, it's 1 digit at a time. It's how many times does 2 go into the 3? It goes in once, and 1, 2 is equal to 2. So I have to find out what my remainder is. 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 does not go into 1, so I bring the next digit down. This is like when we brought the 1 over in the place value chart over to the tens. Because now our 8 discs turned into 18, and then now I have 18 discs here. So then again, how many 2's go into 18? You can count by 2's if it helps. Or if you just know it, even better. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? And it goes in equally because I get to 18, so I don't have any remainder. Then I just have to bring down my last number and say, all right, how many times does, oops, sorry, I'm done with that. How many times does 2 go into 4? It goes in twice. And the answer, what did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did. I divided the wrong number. Oh my gosh. That's all right. I didn't do this exact problem over here, but I reminded you how to do division, right? That was crazy. 1 number at a time. So 2 into the 3. If it doesn't go in evenly, you have to find your remainder. Then 2 into the next one, and 2 into the next one. That was kind of crazy. That's all right. I didn't have to be the exact problem. I just wanted to show you, remind you how to do the algorithm. So now, try and do the algorithm like this. And I will leave that example there on the screen. And I'm not going to give you one super hard. Let's do, I'll even write it correctly for you. Let's do, sorry, 300, I'll do something really similar. Let's do 368 divided by 2. Try that using the algorithm. All right, so the good news is I gave you something very similar. So again, it's how many times does 2 go into 3? It goes in 1 time. 1, 2 is equal to 2, right? Didn't go equally, so I have to find my remainder. I do that by subtracting. 2 doesn't go into 1, so I have to bring my next digit down. Now I can figure out how many times 2 goes into 16. You can count by 2's to figure that out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So I count how many 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 2's gets me right to 16, right? So I don't have a remainder. And I bring down my last digit. How many 2's go into 8? The answer is 4. So if you got 184 using the algorithm, that's outstanding. Division's usually one of the hardest things for all students to do. So I'm going to keep reminding you, if you're struggling at all, if you're having trouble, try not to get frustrated. All right, it's not the end of the world. Keep trying. Ask questions. Ask me for help. Watch my videos. Watch videos online. Whatever it takes.